Hey everybody, welcome back to This Is the Police. So, day number 5. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Fair enough. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Lord, please, give me strength. Mayor Rogers, city has no problem with racists. Mayor Rogers, you are a lying motherfucker. Let's go to fucking work. First try? Oh wait,
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn. I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Well. I mean, I should help him. Should I? Should I help him? It's a Mafia job, right? So, what would you do? What would I do? What would Big Tam do in this situation? So, if I refuse to help, he probably ends up in a shit situation. If I agree to help, I'm kind of helping him fuck with the Mafia. I'll help him. Only because he's an old friend.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
He makes a valid point about all of the things he said, but I still believe that what we done was correct and true to help out our pal. Well, you know, he's an arsehole, but you know, you gotta help him out. You gotta throw him a bone, throw a dog a bone. Also, we told him to get the fuck out of our barn, so it's fine. I drank too much. I don't think I can get a hold of it today. Right, look, Moser. Just because you're named after a German rifle, apparently, doesn't mean that you can come to work fucking pissed. No, you're gonna come to work and deal with this. My son was in a car accident. Price, are you always gonna be in accidents? The doctors are fighting for his life right now. I can't manage to work today. Can I have the day off? Look, Price being off work might actually be good for us. Yeah, go on then. What the fuck, man? I need to take my car to the shop. Can you spare me today? No! I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Look, it's your first day on the fucking job. Yeah, but come in tomorrow, for fuck's sake, man. Right, Stovall, you're probably getting a stripe at some point, my friend. Can I fire Price? Start the day. Let's start the day. Start the day strong, hopefully. Let's choose a... Right. You know what we need to do. You know what needs to be done. We need to stick the jazz on, and then we'll just go about our day and try and relax. Try and gain a bit of composure here. It's a tough day, So request to City Hall, no matter your personal relationship with the city's administrator, your police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. So we go to Affairs, City Hall. Request to City Hall. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests, so only ask for what you really need. SWAT upgrade, raise, increase your weekly salary. I think we go with a request an expansion of your staff officer roles. Might as well. Why not? Let's see about the labour market. Is anyone good? I mean, 150 professionalism isn't too bad. Jonathan Roth? Fucking Johnny Roth. Let's have a look at our personnel for a second. Shift A. Shift B. So McCoy's going to be coming in for Shift B tomorrow. Everyone seems well right. Apart from you, are you always in the piss, McCoy? Is that what did I mistake? Because you've got the bottle there, it means you probably drink all the fucking time, which I didn't really think about. Let's get you for Shift A. And do we need another detective? We've only got 3 and then... Right, okay. We're going to get another detective in as well. Just so we've got the right... is that really 130 professionalism? Is that all we got? Then again, it'll make up the difference here. So let's get another detective for Shift A. I think is the right choice. Right, fuck. Okay, so salary... Let's have a look here. So, from City Hall, here's your weekly salary. City Hall hopes we won't disappoint. We don't disappoint. 1,200, is that it, man? Fire all black up. Tomorrow is the deadline. I ain't fucking doing it! I said I won't. So we've got Eddie's Burgers. What's going on with Eddie's? Disorderly conduct. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bump sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all the customers. Let's send Smith and this fella here. Smith and Gandhi. So one thing people said is to try and get, if there's like a 2 slot, try and get it as an overall professionalism of 300. Kind of making up the 150 baseline for professionalism. And it should hopefully work out well. It means that sending these 2 together would be a bad idea. Or, you know, sending like Stovall and Birch would be fine. Stovall and, you know, regular Birch and Birch Jr. Sending these 2 would be fine. You get the idea. You get the idea. You get the idea. Touch of Dionysus liquor store. A witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered a nearby liquor store. Right, you have to send in the big guns for this one. Right, Birch, you're going to learn from the big man himself. We can send another man. Do we need SWAT? Possibly? Well, that might be a good idea to send SWAT, actually. I've never sent SWAT before. Let's fucking send the SWAT. Send the SWAT team! Go on then, boys! Go on then, boys. I expect results. I expect nothing but the best police work I've ever seen in my life. Residential area call. A fight. A hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Let's send the 3 lads. That leaves us a bit short, doesn't it? Well, we'd be short anyway, even if I sent 2, we'd be short, because I'm not sending Birch on his own. And everyone would die. If we sent Birch on his own, he would somehow manage to nuke the city. With his just inability to be, you know, a policeman. Right, disorderly conduct. Let's have a look here. Offender caught, officers unarmed, job's a fucking good one. Right, we need you guys back at the station ASAP. I think we should be fine. If we get another call, we should have these 2 that can deal with it. Robbery! The shop has 2 exits from which a few people have already fled. Driver patrol... Oh, sorry, I popped my microphone. Driver patrol car right through the front window. Enter the store through the main entrance. Let's sneak up the back door. The stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding a gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn face off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. Damn. You in the mask, shut your face and drop the weapon. Or you could just be, like, racist about it. Silently take aim at the robber. I think you in the mask, shut your face and drop the weapon is the right call. The robber grows visibly nervous. Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll take a little bit and go. No one was hurt. The cashier begins to cry. I'll let you leave here upright, but only if you release the hostage. Yeah, there's only 2 ways to leave the shop. Either in cuffs or in a motherfucking body bag. Right, let's see what happens. Look at me! Police work! Police work! That's how you do police work, lads. That is how you police. Oh shit, we've got things going on. So we've got the countryside. Ernst Fitzgerald Country... Okay, so Jack, this year the organisers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. It now features teams instead of a single competitor. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? I'd love to do well in this competition. No. That's not police work. From City Hall, it's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going out for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned on the beaches of Freiburg, and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. I mean, so, the way I'm thinking is if we keep City Hall in the back pocket, we could end up with better affairs coming through, you know, raises, more positions, more job slots. We'll see. So let's have a look here. So I like an investigation. So, a robbery in the city centre. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Liang while she was on the way to the pawn shop. I've probably massacred the pronunciation of that name. So, Beasley is our main lead and Moser will take the secondary position. He is drunk, but that's fine. Oh, hello. Oh no. Was killed in a car accident according to the preliminary. It appears he was drunk. Why was he driving? Fuck. It's all going to shit. Right, hold on. Let's have a look at the fight. Fender caught. Officers unharmed. This is bad. This is not good. Destruction of property. Oh no. Oh no. A gallery exhibition entitled Sex Operation. A gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibits, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." How long has this got? Hold on. Time it. Time it. Time it. Boom. And boom. And boom. Send the lads in. We're going to ignore this shit. I can't believe Moser's dead. So, let's have a look here. So, me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation, and I was going to the pawn shop with an antique necklace, which has been in my family for many centuries. Right, immediately what's happened is, and I'll tell you straight away, she's scamming. There's no theft. She's actually scamming to get money. There was no necklace in the first place, which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I don't have time to do anything, not even cry out. Right, what they're doing is they're filing for a police report so they can get the insurance on it, I'm pretty sure. Mr. Fishman. So Mr. Fishman, the offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or a woman. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket, like one of those bikers who hang around on street corners. It was definitely not a local biker. They were bald and they are bald and have beards. This guy looked Asian. See, probably Japanese or Chinese. I didn't see a weapon in his hands. I just saw he grabbed the bag and he went off. Okay, okay. Speaking of investigations, let's have a look at the homicide for a second. Have we improved in any way, shape, or form? I guess they're still working on it, eh? Let's see if there's any other details that we can have a look at. See, can I not get Turner in on this one? No. I want to look at the detectives. Yeah, Turner, you're being drafted for this. Because we're going to need the extra men on the case. Who is this guy? I mean, do we send folk in? I mean, we'll get paid, but I feel like it's just a poor use of police time. Labour market. We should probably think about getting another Lindsay. Right, let's have a look at our personnel. Right, Moser's dead. I mean, do you fire the dead man? I don't know what to do. Seems to have alcohol problems. What if I fire? Does that count? So what shift is that? Sorry, that's shift A. Let's employ you for shift A. So we'll have some extra ones. So how many police officers do we have that are black? 1, 2, 3. Why am I even thinking about this? That's not gonna. I ain't gonna fire anyone. Hold on. What happens if I don't fire them? Because I don't want to fire them? Like, I highly doubt it's gonna happen. Should I send? What time is it? Right, let's have a look at the report. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Jolly good. I should never have made that man work when he said he was drunk. And now I have to live with the blood on my hands. The chief of police has to live with the fact that the death happened. Just one of those things. Fuck, it's a slow day. People are going to be back in a second anyway. Fuck it. We need the money. Right, let's have a look at the robbery. We've got 3 frames. Open the investigation. So let's have a look here. Let's just put them up here so we can try and get the correct. So he's coming in. He grabs the bag. Suspect is... Okay, Chinese immigrant recently expelled from university. Whereabouts of the suspect? Sometimes there are... there might be a number of locations to choose from. Okay, suspect arrest. To carry out the arrest, 2 officers must escort the lead investigator to apprehend the suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, the arrest will have to wait. But remember, the fugitive won't sit patiently until your schedule clears. Also, remember that criminals will react in different ways. A frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. A brutal killer might want to just... to see just how many he can take with him? What the fuck? With more dangerous criminals, it's safer to send experienced officers and even a SWAT team. So I'll need to look at the other investigation and rearrange those frames. Because obviously I put them in the wrong order, and when I put them in the right order, it will prompt the suspect. So let's... Yo, if I send these two, that should be fine. That's, you know, the 300 baseline. Right, hold on, let's have a look at the investigations then. So if I go to the homicide, if I change the frames around... Aha! Okay, there we go. So Travis Horton, a known racist who already has several previous convictions. Right, ain't nothing we can do here yet. Atticus Tower. A guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building. I chased the brat up the tree, up a tree. You can take it from here. We'll need to wait on that one for a second. Oh wait, we don't have time. Do we have time? I'll send Stovall on his own if we've got the time. Oh wait, I can send the boys. Go on then, lads. So how about this one? We don't really have the... Mole's not in today, so we'll send that one tomorrow. I suppose we'll send it tomorrow. Right, let's have a look at the robbery report. Offender caught. And that's it. Officers harmed. I mean... Oh, okay, so you were able to arrest all suspects, so it wasn't an inside job. Okay, I feel bad now. I feel bad now for claiming the inside job, but you always have to expect these things. We did it, Boyd. We won. Ernest really knows a lot about shooting. Even taught us a thing or two. He invited us to hunt, He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so we'll be taking a day off. We deserve it. That's not what this is all about. Oh, for fuck's sake. See, this is the problem with giving them free fucking reign to do what they want. Right, let's get this last one in and done. Vandalism report. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Stovall's just living the dream, and he's making Birch a good officer. See, Birch is one day going to be the greatest officer of all time. Looks like tomorrow's going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Piles of work. Damn. So let's have a look here. So Moser is down and out. The good thing is that by the time we get back to work, we will have Shift B, or Shift A rather, stocked with you know, officers, with detectives that we can use. Beasley's a fucking machine. Moser, fuck him. He died, then we fired him. Worst day of his life. So what we got? Thomas Blaine? Pregnant woman killer sent to mental hospital. According to Dr. Eleonora Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Mayor Rogers not afraid of the competition. Well.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this. Of course, they could have shot them the second they took the photo. But I knew Kendrick and his family were all right. Either way, the message was not that they got out. It meant that I was in. My servitude to the Mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, We must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Eight in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's going to happen to 8 and 10?
Indeed. But I believe purely that keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. We're going to fight them. McCoy didn't come into... Right, McCoy, I employed you to do a job, and you're not even coming into work. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? It's fine. At least we've still got Coachy. Right, McCoy will have to deal with it another day. Let's start the fucking day. Again, look, you put the jazz on, you get down to work, you do what you have to do. It's what you do. It's what we do. It's police work. So, gang member. Turned out to be a member of the gang known as the Red Masks. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Do you know what? We're gonna have to play the numbers here. We're gonna have to get down into the nitty gritty. We have to fucking bend the rules. You bend the rules to catch the bad people. You let the small fish go to catch the big fish. There are a number of gangs in Freeburg, and that means there's bounties to collect. Some of the criminals you come across will be members of one gang or another. In exchange for immunity, they may be willing to give up their bosses. Exactly what I want to see. So this is what I want to see, the flow chart of who's at the top. So Jin Yang is our top person. So yeah, let's start to investigate this fella here. Ning He. And this way you could get your hooks into the gang members higher and higher up the food chain. You ultimately take down the boss. If you do arrest the boss, the gang will be finished, and you get to claim a reward. See, that's what I'm all in for. There's also a reward for formally charging gang members. Whenever you arrest a gang member, you get a bonus. But your deal with that person is over. Don't settle for the small fish. You use the small fish to catch it. See, I've watched too much of The Wire to let this fucking... I'm going to be good at this. I know what's going on. So, we're not going to arrest the small fish. We want to investigate this fella here. And we'll build it up. So let's put on Armstrong and De Brito, because Mole's busy with her work, and you know they'll be fine. They'll be okay. Plus, we'll be getting some new folk in anyway. Right. So, firstly, eliminate the Red Mask gang. So, Mary Liang gave several interviews in which she spoke about the atrocities committed by the Red Masks gang. She embellished a lot and distorted the facts. If you want to keep people from panicking, you need to take down the gang within the next 4 days. Oh, what the fuck? Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promise, we won't keep ours. Fuck you, I'm not firing any black cop. I'm not firing anyone, unless they're bad. You can now... Okay, so fine, you basically submit to the, you know... Right. Let us take on, well, the best of the bunch, really. Let's go strictly by who is the better of the police. Who's our better police? Who do we need? Yeah, Shift B is sorely lacking. So we'll bring you in for Shift B. That should be fine. So let's get some cops on this. I want this homicide dealt with appropriately, so we'll send in... Yancey and Austin should have enough between them to sort this out, and that leaves us enough cops to deal with the kind of day-to-day work, so we've got 2 there. Yeah, we should be fine, we should be fine. Let's get this shit sorted as soon as possible. I want this in the bag. Yo, we're gonna catch the Red Mask gang in the next 4 days, but that's not the important part. Sugar Dream Confectionery? A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. Right, we'll send in Purdy and Asano. You should be able to deal with that. We'll send Kochi and Price together so Price can learn a fucking thing or two. You would think you would take more than one day off if your son was in a horrific accident and, you know, his life was at risk and he was in the hospital and shit. But, you know, fair enough. Who am I to say? The investigation has started. So let's have a look here. Then he is a faithful assistant of Jin Yang, a founding member of the gang. He's entrusted with the most serious jobs. Keeps his most valuable prizes at home while he arranges their sale. He then brings them to the Wise Dragon restaurant on the day before he's planning to make the deal. Of course he does. The gang must have an immediate buyer for the necklace, so Ning He brought it to the restaurant the same night it was stolen. Usually the restaurant is open around the clock, but it was closed that night. Before because an important deal was going down. Has a key to the restaurant. Valuables are kept under the bar. Alright. Well, that's fine. We'll keep that in the back burner. We'll certainly keep that on the back burner. Let's have... Right, so let's see what's going on with this fucking vat of boiling whatever. Boiling chocolate. Come on, send it in. Oh wait, we've got a homicide report. Offender caught. Yes. Yes. So how are we doing then? Case closed. We were able to arrest all suspects. Yes! Right when the city's dealing with these racial tensions, we need to get this shit sorted. This is exactly what we want to see from our police. I'm happy. I'm glad. Excuse me. I believe it's time for a bit of celebratory jazz. Get the jazz on. Good. Right, what we got going on? So, attempted murder. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Exactly what I want to see. Asano's learning a thing or two. Carjacking in the suburbs. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove shrieking from the car park. Greatly exceeding the speed limit, he fled towards the suburbs. Okay, this is a job for Kochi Tsubaki. And do you know what? We'll send him Price to learn a thing or two from some good police. It leaves us a little thin, but Yancey and Austin will be back in a second, so we'll be alright. We'll be fine. Unless there's some serious... And Purdy's coming back soon. And Asano's coming back soon. We're fine. Totally fine. We've got... See, I'm managing this across the board. We're going to be okay. Right, hold on. Let's have a look at our investigations, though. Do we have anything going on here? Can I... So we have that investigation going. I wonder if we'll be able to link back to these and catch all members of the gang. Really, Jin Yang's the one we want. And we get a reward of 20k for it, so... Hopefully we'll be fine. Stolen property... Details... So are we really seriously going to continue investigating this? Hold on. Has the investigation begun for you? Oh, it's the same investigation. Okay, that's fine. No problem at all. No problem at all. Affairs-wise, let's see if we can get... Oh, yeah, we have to wait 5 days. Anything else we can do? You know, I don't care about that shit. Wasn't gonna happen anyway. You can't keep the big dog down. Carjacking in the suburbs. So officers have determined the car thief's location. I guess overtake the criminal and attempt to take him into custody. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Good police work. Price started at a 5. Look where she is now. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to get her to 150. Hostage situation in the suburb. A weeping child called in saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. Let's send Purdy and Austin for this. I have a sneaking suspicion. Now, we should treat this seriously, but I have a sneaking suspicion this might be a kid that's basically saying my mum and dad won't let me outside because I'm grounded. We'll send 2 officers. I don't think it's going to be anything terribly bad. But we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. I don't want to, you know... I don't want to spread myself too thin with officers on, you know, a call that's not important. It's the suburbs, you know, these things happen. Entitled little kiddies being a bit salty. The casino. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which was carrying a couple of $1,000s in cash and several credit cards. Casino security shoved him outside, saying that he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Tsubaki and Asano, go on, deal with this. Deal with this shit for us. Oh shit. The Sands need help. Christopher Sand. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to pay his debts. Says that the police will protect him. I think it's time we show him whose side the police are on. This is when things get tricky. Now, if I refuse, it blows my cover. But if I help, it'll make my reputation bad, but eventually I'm going to get sand. So I'm going to send Yancey in to deal with this. It might make Yancey's professionalism drop, though. But I think... Right, Yancey, look. My friend, Yancey. I'm sending you in on a mission. You have to just go with it. I know it's not the right thing to do, but in the long run, we will catch the bad man. We have to make sacrifices, moral decisions that are not quite... There's ethical problems abound, but we can make this work. Go, deal with the problem, don't hurt anyone, but make sure that the debt is paid and that we have sand in the pocket. We don't want him to think we know what's up. Let's see the hostage situation. Mother until latest broccoli. Okay, yep, so I am truly the police master here. I knew exactly what was going on. There was no way that was going to be a hostage situation. Not in the suburbs, you can tell. You just know these things. You know these things. I don't think Yancey's going to enjoy this at all. But it's what needs to be done. It's what needs to be done. So how's the other situation going? The theft. Officers, the offender caught, officers unharmed. Living the dream, living the dream, living the dream. Yancey, please tell me that everything went fine. I need to know. I need to know. Are we finishing? So the city centre, we've got a problem. An assault with a deadly weapon. Oh no. A parking lot exit. A security guard dropped a suspicious looking, stopped a suspicious looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reached casually into the glove compartment and pulled out a gun and opened fire. This is one for Kochi. Kochi per diem price. Which sounds like a weird 60s fucking prog band. Proto-prog. I should maybe have sent SWAT, actually. Nah, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. So Yancey's back. He's dealt with that situation. It didn't affect him, I don't think. Was he 230 before? I think he was 230 before. I'm worried that not sending SWAT's going to cause problems here for these three. I need to see what happened. Please don't be any problems. Police cruiser has caught up with the perpetrator's van. Order the van to stop. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant and puts a gun to his head. Throw a rubber sex doll at the assailant. Shoot the criminal ahead. Let go of the man right now. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. What can I say? What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? What can I say? Well, this is one of the finest police days. This is one of the finest work days the police have ever seen. Literally no problems at all. And we're working without, you know, without the full squad. Coach is just a fantastic police officer, and I'm so happy to have her on the team. So, receiving stolen property. Detective Armstrong. We've got 3 new frames. Let's open up the frames. So, is that the right order? I don't think that's the right order. Oh, okay, that's the right order. Chinese immigrant hasn't officially worked anywhere for the past 10 years. Good to know. A year ago, Ning became the owner of the house. The home was listed as a gift on his tax return. To send 2 officers, right? Well, we want to get this done relatively easily, so let's send Kochi and Asano. I want to save some other... Do I want to send anyone else? No, Kochi's going to bring the team up. That's enough professionalism. I think we have to see this day out, though. We don't want to... I want to see what happens with this investigation. Is that what we're doing? We're arresting the suspect? Okay, I want to see what happens. So, if we can get this man in the pocket as well, we'll be fine. We're going to be tired tomorrow, but that's okay. We can deal with that. We work late on this. Offender caught. Yes. We're able to arrest all suspects. Case closed. So we now have this fella here. So we can't investigate you yet. We need more information. Indeed. Let's end the day there then. While we can. And I guess that's... Is anyone from shift... Right, McCoy, please be of sober mind. Oh wait, okay, so the bottle's gone. I think McCoy's going to be finally ready to work. Maybe she just didn't have a job for a while and was kind of working bad. We're going to get her back into the swing of things. Or is that a man? McCoy, are you a man? I have no idea. It's not a very polite question to ask anyone. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, all the usual good stuff, and of course, I will see you next time.